Oh my goodness, there's an end portal in this village. That's like insanely rare. I'm so lucky.
These are some of the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns I have ever seen. This first runner spawns in with a bonus chest, something that is definitely not allowed in a speedrun. The chest also contains 3 iron, something that can't spawn in a bonus chest, but is gonna be very handy. Also notice this wool on the ground here, clearly showing that this world has already been played on, as the runner must have killed a sheep without cleaning it up. The runner runs to a nearby village next, where he finds an iron golem in a very strange location, unable to move and so extremely easy for him to kill. In the village's blacksmith, he finds a flint and steel, which looks realistic but is not a possible spawn. Once the runner is done looting the village, he spots a ruined portal that is conveniently very close by. But get this, in the portal's chest there is an enchanted golden apple, a normal golden apple, gold, a gold sword, and a block of gold. Look, all of these items are possible spawns, but the probability of them all occurring is... I don't even know, very low. And when the runner closes the chest, the portal is essentially complete. Not at all what it looked like beforehand. The runner completes the portal, enters the nether, and immediately attempts an advanced technique where you use the pie chart in the F3 menu to locate the nearest bastion. But instead of quickly changing your render distance like you're supposed to for this trick, this guy literally just spams random keys and then eventually runs right to a bastion. I mean, clearly he knew where the bastion was, but it definitely wasn't from his advanced technique. Oh, also, on the way to the bastion, the runner crosses over this little bridge over lava here that was very blatantly made by him before the run. The runner finds netherite in 2 of the bastion's chests, and while netherite can spawn in bastions, it can't in these rooms, only in a treasure bastion. After grabbing gold around the bastion, the runner throws a ton at piglins, but I guess gets impatient and just leaves before getting any ender pearls. The runner finds a fortress next where, after killing some blazes, makes the strange decision to mine the spawner, which drops additional blaze rods. The runner returns to the overworld and finds the stronghold where the end portal already has 8 eyes in it, something that has a less than 0% chance of spawning. 1 in 307,000 to be specific. This next run is very interesting. Let me show you why. Firstly, the water from this farm here has spread a ton, something that would take more than 2 seconds into the run to happen. But also notice some of the movements the runner is making. They seem pretty non-human, shown once again when the runner opens a chest, and yeah. This suggests that the runner is using some sort of mod to enhance his movements, which in fact is confirmed by the small icon above his hotbar, a mark of the low TAS mod for tool-assisted Minecraft speedruns, something that is allowed but only in specific tool-assisted runs, something that this run is not. It's supposed to be completely vanilla. The runner has also included his world seed in the description, which when loaded up, shows that the flint and steel he found in the blacksmith chest doesn't actually spawn naturally, and must have been placed by him before the run. The runner takes advantage of this enhanced movement again when fighting an iron golem, where he's able to perfectly maneuver in order to avoid taking any damage. The runner builds a portal next and enters the nether, where he spawns right into a fortress, something that must have been edited, considering there is no fortress when entering the nether in this exact location on his seed. While fighting a ton of blazes, the tool-assisted movements are clearly shown once again, and the same for some more mobs later on. It's also worth noting that the runner takes no fall damage, likely thanks to his mod exploiting a Minecraft glitch that disables player velocity when first loading into a world. The runner heads back to the overworld next, but there's another obvious cut in his recording, shown by a slight change in his XP bar after changing dimensions. He heads to the stronghold, utilizing both Eyes of Ender and Ender Pearls, but once in the stronghold, the runner suddenly has an end crystal in his inventory. Totally random, but he's gonna need it in just a second. He enters the end and thanks to his mod, immediately places the crystal, something that if executed within 4 ticks of of loading into the dimension will prevent the dragon from spawning. And it works. There is no dragon, so the runner is able to enter the exit portal right away and complete his run. I wonder if this guy is actually any good at the game without a mod to help him. By the way, thank you guys for 600,000 subscribers. Maybe now we can get to 700,000? Please? Subscribe? This runner spawns in an absolutely terrible location that any normal speedrunner would just ditch and reset. But this isn't a normal speedrunner. Instead, he continues with the run by walking right to a ruined portal that has some crazy loot in its chest, including some diamonds, which fit right in, but according to the ruined portal loot tables, cannot actually spawn. The runner now has all the obsidian he would need to complete the portal, but he doesn't. Instead, he walks directly to a massive village that he clearly already knew the location of. This is further shown by the fact that these crops in the village have already grown in quite a bit, suggesting that these chunks have been loaded for more than the few seconds he's shown them in the run. In the village, he finds a number of iron golems, an amount that I guess is possible considering the village's size, but seems fairly unlikely. He also finds a chest with an impossible amount of bread. Why? I'm not sure. Next, the runner runs to his second ruined portal, which he uses to finally enter the nether. But this isn't the first time he's been in the dimension, shown by the lava that has already flowed all the way down to the ground. A clear contrast to what actually happens to this lava when the nether is first generated. This is confirmed further by the obsidian that we can spot in the corner of his screen. Clear remains of a past nether portal. The runner quickly finds a bastion that strangely has very few piglin in it, making it very easy for him to loot one of the loot rooms for an insane and impossible amount of gold. Wow. He then uses this gold, a stack and a half to be specific, to spam at the few piglin in the bastion and quickly obtain ender pearls and blaze rods, the second of which is not a possible trade. Next, the runner builds a portal in a very specific location, and while everything seems normal when he first travels through it, things get suspicious again when the runner lines himself up and walks in a perfectly straight line all the way until he reaches the stronghold. Once entering the end, thanks to coincidentally having the perfect number of eyes to do so, the runner only has to destroy a few of the end crystals due to the rest of them already being gone. This makes it very easy for him to quickly kill the dragon and finish his run. Let's move on. This runner exposes himself right off the bat, as his world loads super quickly, way quicker than it would take to generate a new world. He also spawns right inside of a village, very convenient, where he completely ignores this iron golem, despite having all the materials he would need to fight it. A strange decision, but one that makes more sense when in a house's chest he finds plenty of iron, clearly placed there by himself. This becomes even more obvious when the runner doesn't get the achievement for grabbing the iron. He leaves the village, but after running for a sec, mines down and right into a lava pool that was previously entirely covered and otherwise impossible for him to spot. After quickly making a portal and entering the nether, the runner finds what is clearly supposed to look like a fortress, but was obviously just made by him, and he didn't do a great job. What's even more obvious is the chest he finds in this fortress with a ton of items, particularly the blaze rods. Now that he no longer needs blaze rods, the runner begins to hunt for and quickly finds a bastion where there are a ton of gold blocks, way more than would naturally generate. Once he has multiple stacks of gold, the runner finds a hole in the ground that seems very man-made, just big enough for him to fill with piglins and trade for ender pearls. Next, the runner builds a portal to head back to the overworld despite not really having enough pearls or rods to get to the end. But after switching dimensions, suddenly has plenty. He starts heading to the stronghold where he mines straight down and right into the portal room, allowing him to quickly enter the end. Once in the end, the runner has a ton of eggs in his inventory, and even though he picked up some eggs earlier in the run, it wasn't nearly this many. He's now able to use these eggs to destroy the crystals way quicker, which makes for a much faster ending of his run. Okay, let's just end on a high note. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe.